What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Coop's House, and it is paint day. We have been working toward this for a very, very long time. We are super excited. We are finally about to see some color on the car. This is something that we've wanted to do for a very long time, and we are finally here. You guys can see we've actually started setting our shop up so that we can actually paint in here. We had a paint booth lined up, but things fell through, didn't work out, so we're not actually going to get to do that. So we're going to have to make do here in the shop because our paint booth isn't built yet. So we've got some tarps hung up, so we actually close off this bay that the car's in from the rest of the shop, and then that way paint just doesn't get everywhere. It's not perfect, but it's going to work for our purposes. It's fine. We can make it happen. So we still have to build a light setup. We have an idea, something that's going to get us by, that's going to work for now. So we still have to do that. We still have to actually mask the car off and everything. So we do have some work to do today, but that's fine. We're going to make it happen. So we're going to get right into it. Let's get after it. Just show you guys how I'm doing this real quick. I'm going to put my lights on those. So it's nothing pretty. This is just some lumber I had left over from another project. It's just a 2x12 at the bottom and then a piece of 2x4 that I just screwed in. Didn't take any measurements, anything like that. So yeah, I've got 3 on each side. I hope this works out well. I don't really know, to be completely honest. But what I've got right here is these 4-foot LED integrated tubes. That's what I'm gonna use. That's what's lighting the shop. They're pretty bright. So I'm gonna take these, mount them on there, and then I have an extension cord that doesn't have an end on it, so I'm just gonna cut that up and then wire this together, and we're gonna use it to light up the sides of the car so that hopefully we can see. So when we spray this candy, we have an idea, you know, we make sure that it's not streaky or look like crap. So yeah, let's wire this stuff together. All right, well, it is time to spray the car. We haven't talked a whole lot about color, but we're actually gonna end up two-toning the car. We're gonna spray, the bottom half is gonna be a white with a top half is gonna be a candy. So this is the most in-depth paint job we've ever done. We've done several single color paint jobs, single stage, base coat, clear coat, all that stuff, but this, every color on this car is 3-stage, so it's going to be very technical, and chances of us wrecking it are pretty good. So we're just going to hope for the best. But anyway, so first things first, we're going to spray the car with a sealer. The brand that we're using is Autobahn. I've used a lot of their stuff, and I actually really like it. Sprays out very nice, whatever. That's the black. We're not going to spray that one first. Oh no. Oh no. I think they sent me 2 blacks. Unfortunately, I had a mishap when I ordered the sealer. I wanted to spray the bottom half with white sealer and then spray the top with black sealer, but somehow I ordered 2 quarts of black. I don't know how that happened, but we're gonna roll with it. So anyway, this is gonna be the most in-depth paint job we've ever done. We've done a few with a single color, you know, base coat, clear coat, single stage, whatever, but they were single color paint jobs. So I don't know how this is gonna turn out. There's a good chance we could really mess this up. I hope not, but we could. So anyway, I was hoping to have some white sealer, but all we have is black. So we're gonna rock with it, and we're gonna mix this stuff up, wipe the car down with a tack cloth, and then we're fixing to shoot some sealer. So here we go. Alrighty, so we've got 2 coats of sealer on the car on the bottom half, because remember we're going to spray the top half before we actually spray the second color. So anyway, bottom half is sprayed with sealer. So now we're actually going to move on to our base coat, and we're using the same brand, Autobahn. One thing we have figured out is if you use the same brand of material across the board, you run into less problems, because ask us how we learned that. But anyway, so this mixture is actually a 1-to-1. We're kind of worried about the cover now that we have actually had to use black sealer. So we're gonna go ahead and mix it up 1-to-1 and spray a couple of coats. And then we're probably gonna come back with at least 1 coat mixed 2-to-1. So 2 parts paint, 1 part thinner, so that we have a better hide, because we want it to cover. So we'll see what happens, but if it covers with the 1-to-1, then great. If not, we'll try that. But anyway, we're gonna mix up some white base coat. Alrighty, well, we got the car covered with 3 coats of white base. We actually didn't have to change anything about our mix or anything like that, so that worked out pretty good. And we actually have a little bit left over in case we have any issues or anything else we need to spray, so that worked out great. So the flash time between coats was about 10 to 15 minutes, basically waiting for it to be dull. Our pearl that we're actually going to be spraying on is also a base coat, so we really don't have to change anything. We just wait for for the flash on the base coat, 10 to 15 minutes, and then we apply this the same way we did the base coat, except for this, I'm not gonna do a sweeping motion. I'm actually gonna walk the length of the car because this is basically, you spray this like you do candy, so we want this to be even and uniform, so I'm actually gonna walk the length of the car and that way everything's even. We don't have any heavy spots where it overlapped or anything like that. So we're gonna get this mixed up. This is the same mixture 1-to-1, so we're gonna mix this up and go shoot a few coats on the car. We're gonna plan for probably 3 coats. We'll see what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. So we taped down our brake line. Kind of went underneath the body line because the body line's not perfectly straight down these cars. They actually have a little bit of a curve in them. I thought it would look weird, kind of having the brake in our color there. So we actually just went a little below the body line. Anyway, we've got this one run of tape. So this is where our line's actually going to be. We're going to take some drop cloths and some more masking tape. We're actually going to run along this line and cover everything up from here down. And we're fixing to shoot our second color up top. So, yeah, anyway, we're about to take this up and then shoot the sealer up top so we can shoot our second color. All right, so the brake line on the car is taped off and drop cloths are on so that everything's covered. We set the camera up to film it and forgot to hit record, so there's that. But anyway, it's fine. It's fine. So we're actually ready to spray the top part of the car, so we're mixing up some sealer now. We're gonna wipe the top part of the car with tag cloth before we actually spray anything, but we're mixing this stuff up now. We're gonna wipe that down, we're gonna shoot it, and then we're gonna be ready for our second color. I'm excited, kind of thrilled to see what it looks like whenever it's actually two-tone, so it's gonna be good stuff. Alright guys, well this is the part that we've been waiting for. We finally got the black base sprayed on the top portion of the car. So now we are finally going to get to spray some candy. And I'm extremely, extremely nervous about this part. I haven't quite got this down yet, but practice makes perfect. We're going to try a little bit different technique like I talked about. We're going to try walking the car. I recently learned that, so we're going to see if that works out. But anyway, it's about time to lay down some candy. I'm super excited. Just really hope it turns out. So we're getting really, really close to clear coat, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. After everything's under clear coat, that's when all the magic's gonna happen and everything's gonna look like it's supposed to look. So it's not getting any better the longer we wait, so I guess I'm just gonna get to it. All right, guys, so we have reached the end of another episode of Coop's House. It's another big one, and so far, probably our favorite. We actually got the car in color this week, and it looks so good. There are some issues. You can actually see a little bit right here. We had some bleed through on our tape, but there again, this was our very first two-tone paint job. Never done this before, so live and learn. You learn a little bit every time you do this, and every time we screw something up, we know what not to do next time, so it's fine. But anyway, we're gonna get that fixed. We have a couple ideas, a little bit that we're gonna do to try to make that better. But a couple little things to fix. But actually, overall, the car turned out really good. It looks great. We're super excited about it. Guys, we appreciate you guys tuning in and being with us. Make sure that you guys like this video. Comment. Every time you comment, every time you like, the more you interact with us, the more our videos are pushed out to other people with similar interests as you and I. So make sure you guys are interacting with us. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you know when we post. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Deuces.